Good morning. My name is Hillary, and it's Sunday Morning Live with John M. And here is your host, John N.
Hi. Got out of town on a boat for the southern islands, sailing in reach before the following sea. It was making for the trades on the outside, and then a downhill run to Papa Ete. Off the wind on this heading line, the Marquesas. I have 80 feet of waterline, nicely making way. In a noisy bar in Avalon, I tried to call you, but on the midnight watch I realized why twice you ran away. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, larger voices calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world looking for that woman, girl, who knows love can endure, and you know it will. And you know it will. When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, you understand now why you came this way. 'Cause the truth you might be running from is so small, but it's as big as the promise of a coming day. So I'm a-sailing for tomorrow, my dreams are a-dying. My love is an anchor tied to you with a silver chain. I have my ship and all the flags are a-flying. She is all that I have left, and music is her name. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, larger voices calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world looking for that woman, girl, who knows love can endure, and you know it well. You know it will. So we cheated and we lied and we tested, and we never failed to fail. It was the easiest thing to do. You will survive being bested. If somebody fine will come along, make me forget about loving you. In the Southern Cross, Southern Cross. I should know better than to try to sing that first thing in the morning. That's a Stephen Stills song, one of my favorites. Yes.
Got lots of people this morning.
Oh, good. Welcome.
Cousin Kim.
Hi, Kim. Nice to see you.
And Pam Chrysler.
Hi, Pam. Glad you made it.
Angelina.
Hi,
and
Angelina.
Gary and
Gary,
Marilyn.
How are you guys?
And
Good
Craig T. Fall.
Hey, Craig. Glad to see you here this morning, too.
And Mel Jansen.
And who? I'm sorry?
Mel Harlan.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say all of her names, but it's Mel.
Hi, Mel. Well, thank you all for joining me this morning. That was, of course, one of my favorite Stephen Stills songs. Very simple, very straightforward, but just a fun song. Just a really cool song. I just really like it. I thought I'd start off with that this morning. We are here, as usual, on our home turf on Sunday Morning Live in North Hollywood. And the weather here is definitely warming up. The seasons are changing. We had a hot day yesterday. We're going to have another hot one today. And so things are moving right along. In my little teases that I put out on Facebook this morning, I said I was going to do several songs that I had not performed here this year. These are all songs that I haven't played in quite a while, but I like them all. This is an older one. It's on my live CD. Sort of a bonus track, if I remember correctly, on my live CD. And I wrote it a while back, and I played it for a while. And you know how things go. Some songs kind of fall by the wayside, and you got to make room for other newer songs. But I like this one, so I like to pull it back out and give it some fresh air every now and then. It's called Some Hearts. So I said that I can't live without you. Yet living without you I am. Oh, I cursed and I cried, but I'm doing alright. Like a cat on my feet I did land. As I pulled the knife out, you're out of my life now. Finally I'm free of your spell. I control my own destiny now. You can't mess with me now. That's what I tell myself. Some connections can never be broken. Some dreams can never be real. Some thoughts should never be spoken. Some hearts can never be healed. If the past is always a memory, if the future is always a dream, then the present is always the moment that falls in between. What is gone and what's never been seen. God only knows why you left me. Oh, but the devil, he knows why you came. Yes, you did your job well, led me right into hell, and I followed you into those flames. But that's all behind me now. I'm doing fine, and I'm no longer pining away. I no longer miss you. I don't wish I was with you. And if you came back here today, I'd say some connections can never be broken. Some dreams can never be real. Some thoughts should never be spoken. Some hearts can never be healed. If the past is always a memory, if the future is always a dream, then the present is always the moment that falls in between. What is gone and what's never been seen. Some Hearts. Hope you like that one. Yes.
Ken Krupnick and
Hey, Ken.
Michelle Murata.
Hi, Michelle. Good to see both of you here. Haven't seen you in a while, Michelle. Glad to see you both. Glad you tuned in. I want to encourage you to, if you like what you see in here this morning and every Sunday morning, be sure to like it and share it on your Facebook page, and feel free to invite your friends. Send them messages, tell them about this. We want to keep this thing going, and we want to keep our numbers up, and try and get as many people to join in on this party as we can. I got a couple of quick announcements to make. First of all, next week, 1 week from today, the one and only Dale LeDuc will be here. I'm very excited about this. We've had, today marks 2 Sundays in a row that we've had no guests, but they start up again. The parade starts up again next Sunday with Dale LeDuc. Dale is a brilliant singer, songwriter, guitar player, piano player, and teacher, music teacher. He's been doing all of the above for many years. He plays in a couple of cover bands. He plays in the B-Tunes, probably the best known of the cover bands he plays in, and he does a fantastic job with them. And he also has a bunch of really, really special original songs that hopefully he'll be doing a few of those next week. So Dale LeDuc will be here next Sunday. And then coming up in May, we have Lisa Turner, and the one and only Jules Shear will be here also in May. We're looking forward to both of those. The other announcement I have is that this is for those of you who are local to the SoCal area, or the LA area. I am going to be playing in Beverly Hills. I'm moving on up. I am playing at the Vampire Lounge and Tasting Room on Santa Monica Boulevard in Beverly Hills on Tuesday night. It's a very cool singer-songwriter night hosted by Annette Conlon, the lovely and talented Annette Conlon. And she's going to perform herself, of course, as hosts usually do and should. And there will be several other people on the bill, and I myself, the whole thing starts at 7 o'clock. The Vampire...
7:30.
7:30, I'm sorry. Thank you, Hillary. The Vampire Lounge and Tasting Room is a very cool kind of wine tasting room. Of course, they have beer and other alcohol there. They also have kind of specialty snacks and stuff. They have cheese plates, and I'm told they have delicious chocolates, designer chocolates, to go with the wine, of course. And they run all kinds of specials and stuff. And there's live music all night. It starts early and goes late. I go on between 9:30 and 10, around 9:50, something like that, roughly. And here's the best part: I get to play a full 40-minute set, just like the old days when I used to play for an hour or two. So that's really cool because I get to stretch a little bit when I have longer sets like that. I get to pull out more songs that I haven't done in a while, more vintage songs, shall we say, as well as some of the newer ones and the unrecorded ones, and just different things. I get to cover a little more ground. And as always, I will play the songs that I'm playing this morning will not be repeated on Tuesday unless you come there and ask me to repeat them, which you're welcome to do. Yes.
And there is no cover, so just come out and have a drink with me and have a fun time listening to John.
Thank you. I knew there was one other detail I was trying to remember, and that was it. No cover. It's free.
Angelina wanted to know, the song is called Some Hearts, right?
Yes. It's called Some Hearts. Yes,
Angelina, that is the title.
I wrestled for a while with what to call that song, but that's what I ended up calling it. Thank you for asking. So I guess it's time to move on ahead with another song. I'm going to do another kind of gentle one here, and then I'll pick it up and rock out for you a little bit when we sign off. But this is a song about the lost art of communication. Speaking different languages, though the words and the letters were the same. They changed each other's bandages, but they did not understand each other's pain. Their hearts were full of love and compassion. They held each other standing in the rain. They were speaking different languages. They could not unlock each other's chains. Sat beside the fireplace and talked until the early morning light. And neither one had ever felt with anyone the way they felt that night. And they wanted to believe in one another. Oh, but the years of fears don't vanish overnight. They were speaking different languages. They couldn't get the words to come out right. And they tried so hard to get inside each other, but it was so hard. Were they too strong or too weak? And inside they cried, if she could only hear me, if he could only speak. Well, they were speaking different languages, though the words and the letters were the same. They changed each other's bandages, but they did not understand each other's pain. And they wanted to believe in one another. And years of fears don't vanish overnight. They were speaking different languages. They couldn't get the words to come out right. Oh, they were speaking different languages, could not unlock each other's chains. Different languages, yes.
Jimmy Hunter is here.
Hey, Jimmy. Welcome.
And Pat Nason, your co-songwriter for Tuesday night. He's
Oh,
gonna be there.
cool. Cool. Hi, Pat.
And Michael Speck.
Well, welcome to all of you. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad to see you all here. This is a song. This last song I'm going to do this morning is. I was already kind of thinking of doing it and planning on doing it before I found out about this. And then just this morning, I heard the news. This is kind of just a very brief, serious moment here, but apparently there was yet another shooting. 4 people were apparently killed in the town that I used to live in, Nashville, Tennessee, and I still have a lot of friends there. And apparently, this is kind of bizarre, apparently a naked gunman went into a Waffle House, of all places, in Antioch, Tennessee, and shot a bunch of people, killed 4. And I have a lot of friends there, so, you know, Steve and Karen and Scott and a bunch of other people that I know in that area. I'm very glad to hear that you were all alive and well and safe. And it's just a shame that this stuff continues to go on in the world we live in today. And so I'm glad you guys are all okay, and I pray for peace everywhere, but especially there. I mean, if you can't go to a Waffle House and be safe, what the hell? Anyway, I'm glad you guys are all right. My thoughts are with you. This is a song that seems even more appropriate now in light of that. This is an older song. It actually first appeared on my CD, Still Here. So I wrote it a while back, but it's about the world we live in and the changing times that we live in that are always changing. They were changing back then, and they're still changing. And I'm going to leave you with this one this morning. I hope you like it. This is called Not My Way.
Camera in his hand and take pictures of the metro skyline. Nobody ever laid a hand. These days you best be watching who's behind you, even in the middle of the day. You better walk, don't run, don't talk to anyone. You better be careful what you say. What have we learned to become? What have we come to? What have we done to ourselves? I can be one of the tough guys in the streets. I can be streetwise like anyone else, but it's not my way. Not my way. These days we got alarms on our cars and video surveillance in our homes. We all hide behind our high-tech hardware. We wonder why we're so alone. I can remember when my friend was my neighbor. My door was open when he came. Now I never turn out the lights and lock up tight every night. I don't even know my neighbor's name, but I refuse to live in fear of the ne'er-do-wells with the gangs and guns. I'll take my stand right here. I'm not gonna change myself, not for anyone, no. And I'll take it. I'll take what comes, yes I will. Yeah. Walking down the street, I've seen enough to be aware of the danger. I'll take precautions, certainly. Yeah, but I'll be damned if I'll be driven into hiding or scared away from being kind. I'm not gonna lose my will, won't stand still, had my fill of these so-called changing times. What have we learned to become? What have we come to? What have we done to ourselves? I can be one of the tough guys in the streets. I can be streetwise like anyone else, but it's not my way. Not my way. Not my way.
way. It's not my way. It's not my way. Not my way. That's called Not My Way. That's from my album Still Here. And sadly, it seems as appropriate today as it was back then. Anyway, that's our show for this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to be seeing much more of you around town here, those of you who are local, and I hope to see all of you back here next Sunday morning with Dale LeDuc. And I hope to see as many of you as possible Tuesday night at the Vampire Lounge and Tasting Room on Santa Monica Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And that's going to be a fun time with Annette Conlon and Pat Mason and everybody. And Hillary, you want to say something to somebody somewhere?
Yeah. Hey, John Zipper, glad you came. And thanks for everybody for coming. And have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, we will. Ciao.